G'day folks, another gold prospector here, out on the creek today. As you can see, I'm wet, and it's not from the rain. Look what I got out. I've got some hired help today, so we're going to run all this material here behind this wall and see what it holds. I'll show you what we got in our first run. Okay, so this was out of our first run, which, look, it's not a massive amount of gold, but it was out of the overburden. I'll show you where it came from. It sort of came from on here. So we're nowhere near bottom yet. We're right behind this nice wall. There's some nice juicy stuff that we've got to take out of there and run again. So once we get to the bottom, I expect the gold to get a whole lot better. But this overburden, it has got gold in it, but you don't want to be panning and classifying that much material for that much gold. That's why you've got a Highbanker. So for those who haven't seen the Highbanker, I run a 10-inch Match Crevice Tools backpack banker. It is a weapon, absolute weapon. We have grizzlies, top mat, hidden mat, spray bars. Oh, take you around here as well. Bit higgledy-piggledy here. So that's just out of the top mat too. We've still got a bottom mat full as well. I've got the 4,700 gallons per hour bilge pump onto the battery, but I got myself a variable speed controller, which I'm running at about 3/4 now. So that should add, I reckon, a good 45 minutes of runtime to my battery, at least. So just by running it a little bit less, because running it at full speed, well, you think I'm wet now. Should see me when I've got it at high speed. The water goes everywhere. So, all right, I might set you up while we're running this next lot. Set you up on the rock now and show you how this puppy works. All right, guys. So I actually forgot to turn my microphone on while we were running this, so I'll sped it up anyway. Because shoveling stuff into a Highbanker is not really exciting. As you can see, that material there, it's got quite a few bits of organic matter in it, so it's really tough to get through. So that's why Andrew is there, just working the roots out of it and making sure it's all nicely washed. There's a quick look at it. It's pretty rank stuff. Some of the things that were underneath the rocks and so on in this corner. But the material right on the bottom was really nice. So we just had to get through it and wait for the better gold to turn up. There's at some point here, a little bit later on, we actually filled the bilge pump up with organic matter, and you'll notice the water pressure starting to drop fairly soon. As it does it slowly, you don't sort of tend to notice it, but luckily we got onto it when the rocks stopped getting washed and cleared the pump out. I do have it sitting in a classifier, but it obviously just went over the edge and clogged up the bilge pump, unfortunately. A lot easier when you're running a 10-inch with two people. One can just keep that material moving through while the other one shovels, and we just swap over when you get tired and get a bit of a rest on the Highbanker and clean the material. So we probably ran, I don't know, maybe 2.5 hours total running time. We're there a lot longer, obviously. There's a lot of rocks and stuff to move under the water and so on, but you can see all that goop hanging off the Highbanker now, and there's some pretty average stuff in there before you get to that nice goo down the bottom. You can see the tailings pile, how much we actually ran. You'd never pan it, like it'd take you days. So just having the Highbanker there just to clean up that sort of gold in the overburden was sort of worthwhile. And if you're liking the Highbanker that I'm using, obviously you can get them at mattscrevistools.com.au. Speak to Matt. You know, he can make any changes you like. That punch plate that's on there is absolutely brilliant. It actually comes up and down, it flaps up and down, so any rocks that get stuck in it, you just bounce the flap and they all just pop out. So it's really good for that. It's got a hidden mat underneath it. There you go, Andrew just bounced it then. It's got a hidden mat as well, so you've got 3 mats in there. There's me just moving a giant rock. There it goes. You can see we turned our little bit of water we had into a raging mud puddle, which, you know, didn't help the bilge bump. So you can see the water's starting to slow down now. There's less and less coming off the front edge of the Highbanker. So that's the disadvantage of running slop sometimes. It can clog up. But anyway, that was a quick run. Alright, so we've just done that run there. Highbanker's clean, done all the mats this time. Literally got 3 specks out of the bottom mat, which is about what I expect. And this was out of the rest of it. Again, not a heap of gold, but we're not doing long runs. You know, we're probably running for 8 minutes, mate, you reckon?
Maybe 10.
Maybe 10?
Yep.
And Andrew out on the creek with me again today. Been a while since we've been able to get out with work commitments and so on, and we finally locked in a day, which is good. And we thought, let's do volume, let's Highbank it. So we're cleaning up our little area that we've pulled a lot of gold out of. So just got those last little bits here to clean up that we wanted to do, and because of the amount of overburden, it made sense to do it with the Highbanker. So we'll do another run. We're getting closer to the bottom of this hole. It's very deep. And so hopefully this next run is a little bit better. Okay guys, as you can see, we've made our hole a whole lot bigger. We're still nowhere near the bottom. We're getting glimpses of it, but yeah, nowhere near the bottom yet. So we're still running stacks of material. You can see with our pile there and our pile there. However, it's definitely getting bigger. The gold is definitely getting bigger. So that keeps us inspired enough to keep running. We've done 1 battery, so it's time to swap batteries and keep going. Alrighty, we'll catch you soon. That was just top mat too, just the top mat. So still got the bottom mats to go on that one, which we'll leave in and do another couple of runs. Okay guys, just done a real quick top mat clean out because smoke started billowing out of my speed controller, so we switched her off to cool down, and we might just disconnect it and run it straight from the battery because yeah, we're struggling for water. We had to do a bit of channeling so that we had enough water for the bilge pump up there, and this is what we got out of a very quick run. It was probably 10 shovels, so that's not too bad out of 10 shovels or so. Just the top mat, still got the bottom and second mat to go. But, we're slowly getting to the bottom of this this mud heap, and it seems to be getting better, which I expected. So hopefully the next couple of runs will be good, and that'll do us, because I'm starting to feel it, that's for sure. I'll see you soon. Okay, we've officially decided that that hole's done. As you can see by all of our tailings, we've run some material today, like a lot of material today. So we got some holes to fill in here, and clean up and pack up and trek back to the car. It's been raining, which is a change. Trying to see me? I look amazing at the moment. Oof, yeah. And I'll show you what we got in that last little run. Pretty disappointing, actually. 2 species of God knows what, but there's gold in them, and some up there. So we'll do a snuffer dump. I'll do a snuffer dump in a sec, and we'll see what we ended up with for probably 4 hours high banking. I'll catch you soon. Alrighty, there you go guys. Hardly seems worth the effort. Lucky there's a couple of chunky bits in there and a couple of species, but we'll see what it is when we get home. Catch you soon. Welcome back to the shed, guys. Hey, just before I get this stuff on the scales, a couple of things.
I officially have 5 weeks left in Victoria. So I had a thought. If you guys want me to revisit somewhere or do something I've done before in previous videos again, drop a comment. I'll see what I can do. Got 5 weeks. I'll get out a few more times yet. So yeah, feel free to make a suggestion. Next thing, these bizarre looking species, which I've tried so hard to get a really clear photo of, and I couldn't get it. Antimony. So that's interesting for that area. I wouldn't have expected that. Very interesting. So I'm not going to stick them on the scales because I don't even know how much of them's actually gold. There is gold in it. You can see it under the micro, or 10 times mag. But it's extremely hard to get gold out of antimony. So I'm probably not even going to try. They're just a pretty coloured rock. Let's see what we ended up with. Wasn't the greatest result. Seems we were high banking for so long today. I don't think. We ended up with 0.53 on the dot. So half a gram. Hey, look, you can't really complain about that, but I can do that panning pretty simply out there. So, I wanted to move all that material. We got that accomplished. Just a shame the gold wasn't a little bit better right down on the bottom. Hopefully next time. But thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one, guys. Cheers.